A knitted shawl. You want to give us a twirl? This is the Simply Cat shawl by Hannah from Sheep Sally. And she decided she's going to wear it today because she thinks it makes her look more Roman.
And I also modelled it on Ravelin.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's see that lovely headpiece. Oh, lovely. Right. Good morning and welcome to day 17 of Vlogtober. Snottober. I'm still really snotty, but I am feeling a little bit better. I'm not as heavy in my eyes and my head, although I am still suffering. And I seem to have stopped sneezing constantly, which is an improvement. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I have dropped Phoebe at school and I've come home, jumped in the car, and I'm now on my way to the supermarket and the post office. I've got a couple of pins to post out and a couple of bits to pick up for dinner tonight. So I figured I'm just going to go and get that done as early as possible, and then I can get home and catch up on a bit of the housework that I haven't been able to get done. And I shall be watching podcasts and vlogs whilst I do that. The housework, I mean, not the driving. So I should be well enough, I think, to go to work tomorrow, albeit in a slightly snotty way. So that will be good. And then it's the end of term tomorrow. So next week is half term for both my girls, and the week after, my oldest daughter has a second week off. They have 2 weeks in October. So got lots of things planned, some boring like the dentist and some exciting like going to visit some local castles and other places like that usually put something on for the Halloween break. Right, for now though, let's go and get in this post office queue. Slightly paying the price for trying to catch up on the last few days, because obviously I didn't do any of my usual housework and stuff. So I've been to the post office, been to the supermarket, and I have dusted the whole house and I've hoovered upstairs, but now I am flagging. I've got a headache and I'm feeling a bit rubbish, so I'm going to take a couple of paracetamol and sit down and have some lunch, and then recoup some energy to finish hoovering downstairs. And then rest for a bit, I think. I think I might have overdone it. See me. It is about 2:20. I'm having a very last minute cup of tea because I'm due to go and get Phoebe in about 20 minutes. And it is pouring rain, and I was thinking about driving, but I feel incredibly dizzy. And I don't think I can take on the country lane that needs to get me between here and the car park that's near the school. Plus it's going to be really busy because it's raining. So I think I'm going to have to walk. I've done all the hoovering and the little bits and pieces. I'm going to leave the laundry. Dan can do that when he gets home. But I am feeling dizzy. Oh my goodness. I really hope I'm going to be well enough to go to work tomorrow. I've been catching up on my nature diary, which I started at the beginning of the year. I think I mentioned at the beginning of these vlogs that I'm a bit behind on it. So I've completed July, so I now need to do August, September, and obviously we're in October, but I'd like to get that done as well. And then stay on top of it again. I just lost track of it when we came up to the school holidays. And also I have no confidence in my drawing. I used to love drawing, I used to be really good at drawing. But at the end of secondary school, I kind of, I don't know what happened. I just stopped doing it. I honestly couldn't tell you why, and wish I hadn't. And the more I read about things like drawing, it's just practice. That's all it is. It's practice, finding your own way, finding your own style, finding out what works, finding out what doesn't, finding out what you enjoy. So I'm not going to get any practice if I don't do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to start drawing. I'm not going to worry about how rubbish it is or anything like that. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to find what works for me, and I'm going to rediscover that love. Right, I'm also going to finish this cup of tea and wobble my way down to the school. It is chucking it down, which means the school run is going to be so busy, and I feel dreadful. I've got a spare umbrella for Phoebe, and just got to get through it. One more day and then it's half term. Here we go. This is what people do when it rains. They drive to the school, can't park a few streets away, have to park on the yellow lines outside and on the pavement. So when the primary school kicks out in 5-10 minutes, we have to dodge all the cars on the pavement, even though it's actually illegal. Here they all are. Happily, engines running. I have Roman Phoebe, and the rain has gone and the sun is out. What's going on? Getting all the weather. Hello, Phoebe.
And the reason I'm not in my dress is because we were making Roman pots and I didn't want it to get dirty, so I changed into my t-shirt.
That's right, she changed because she didn't want to get her Roman dress dirty when they were making Roman pots. I can't believe the sun is out. It was pouring a minute ago. Phoebe wants to go on her Kindle. What do you watch on your Kindle?
Cookie Swirl C.
Cookie Swirl C.
Yeah.
Do you still watch that? Cookie Swirl C. Would you recommend that?
Yeah, for people who like toys.
For people who like toys. Cookie Swirl C. Right, it's 6 o'clock. Ginger shop time. Right, someone asked how much we have. So we have up to the line there. What would you say that is?
I'd probably say that's what? 60 mils?
About 60 mils.
Like a double shot?
Cheers.
Cheers.
That was a bit too big. That's much nicer with more honey. Yeah.
I like it. I know what she complains about.
Hello, I'm going to show you how to do my overnight oats because this is what I get asked about all the time. So I thought I'd just quickly show you how I do it, and this is just how I do it. I'm sure there's many other ways of doing it, but this is my way. So this is a 1/3 of a cup measure. You won't be able to see that, but it is a 1/3 of a cup, and that is what I use. But as long as you use the same for each of the 3 ingredients I'm about to do, it doesn't matter, it's equal measures. So 1/3 of a cup of porridge oats, rolled oats, whatever you want to call them. And you don't have to make them in jars. I just always do because I take mine to work with me and they're nice and portable and easy to eat in the car. Natural yogurt, I get fat free, but you could get low fat or you could get full fat. And you want to have 1/3 of a cup of the natural yogurt. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and then again 1/3 of a cup of milk, and again you can use any milk. I'm just using normal semi-skimmed milk, but you could use full fat milk, skimmed milk. You could even use, I've done it with almond milk before, that's really nice. Any milk that you like. And then you're done with your measure. You don't need that anymore. Put it in the dishwasher. Right. So next up is the stuff that I like to put in. Honey to sweeten it. So I just put in a good squirt, probably about a tablespoon of honey. It doesn't have to be runny honey. It can be any type of honey you like. Cacao powder. This is in a jar, but I'll just go and get the packet to show you. I get this in Aldi's. It's really good value. It is a really good source of all kinds of different things. It's raw and it's really good for you. We actually use it instead of drinking chocolate. The kids love it as hot chocolate. They don't like sweet hot chocolate. I haven't put it into any of my smoothies or made energy balls before, but that is definitely something I'd like to try. But I do like putting it in my overnight oats, and I put maybe like a teaspoon to a heaped teaspoon in. You can put as much as you like. It's weird cacao powder because it's really hard to stir in. It kind of stays dry for ages. Chia seeds, because they're really good for you and they fill you up. I put about a teaspoon of chia seeds in because this, after all, is breakfast, so you want it to fill you up throughout the day. And then nut butter. I usually use almond butter, which is the Meridian stuff, because there's nothing in it and they don't use palm oil, and it's literally just the nut butter. There's no salt or anything. I'm happen to be using cashew nut butter, which I do love, because when I went to buy nut butter on this occasion from the supermarket, the cashew butter was cheaper. Sometimes the almond butter is cheaper. Sometimes the cashew butter is cheaper. And that's it. I just mix it all together until it's all blended through. And that's it. That is the basic mixture for overnight oats. And then you just put the lids on and pop it in the fridge overnight and it's good to go. Although you can put stuff on top. Normally I put anything on top in the morning to stop it going soggy. But I've got some hazelnuts that need using up. So I'm going to put some on the top now because Dan and I are both working tomorrow. So I know that tomorrow is going to be a mad rush. And we won't have time to be thinking about toppings for our overnight oats. So on they go now. All done.